All right, partner. You know what time it is.
Let's go crazy! Crazy!
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Game Fix Podcast. I am Spanish.
What's good? I'm Mike.
Verlaine taking the week off. You took the week off last week, so maybe next week I'll take the week off.
Keeps a rotation going.
It's just a big rotation, yeah. Either way, thank you for joining us. Obviously, we're live. We do this every Wednesday night right here, either on our YouTube page, on Facebook, or on Twitch. So we appreciate everyone jumping in, having some fun. We're going to be talking some video games today. I say that like we don't do that. We do that every week, yeah. GameFixShow.com is the website. There's a lot of stuff up there for you to browse and check out. A lot of Colonel Fancy, this guy over here. A lot of articles, a lot of reviews. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get into the retro reboot. Although you can talk about last week too, because you weren't on the show. So it's kind of how we do. We'll do that. So other than that, there's some stuff going on that we need to cover. So Xbox. Well, they're taking a page out of PlayStation's book. No, not what you think. They're still making physical games. That's not. But I had you going for a second, didn't I? And then some Minecraft news and some Kojima news, which is weird. Which is also par for the course when it comes to Kojima. So
no, it's Kojima. It's on brand. If there's anything, the guy's not normal.
No. And we like to highlight that here at the Game Fix Show. So, so we'll get to that. But let's do like we normally do. Talk about what we've been playing. Mike, you were out last week. Why don't you tell us what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
I actually didn't get as much gaming in over the last week as I thought I did, but there were a couple of things that I did manage to try out. One of the games that I had actually been meaning to buy since it launched last year was Inazuma 11 Victory Road. It's developed by Level 5, and it's a soccer role-playing game. So the franchise, yeah, it's it's actually a very unique kind of turn-based role-playing game. The franchise's history has always been because it's launched on the DS for as long as I can remember. And the soccer games play out in the style of a turn-based role-playing game with, of course, some like real-time action. So you'll control a player on the field and you'll pass it like a soccer game. You'll then encounter like another forward. And when they get in front of you, you have a couple of options in front of you. Like you can dodge to the left or dodge to the right, or they'll steal the ball from you if you choose incorrectly. It has a very rock, paper, scissors mentality going for it.
Sure.
And it's also the same thing when you get far enough to the goal in order to shoot it. So the screen will go into like bullet time. I actually maybe even turn based is not the right way to describe it. It really is more of like you get quick time actions. So when you get to the goal or when you get to an area where you can shoot, you'll like trigger a sequence, and you can either kick the ball to you can kick it towards the net, or you can kick it towards another one of your teammates to try and get a like volley shot. I kind of forget what it calls. My soccer knowledge is terrible.
Goal?
Yeah, but I forget what it's called when you do the like alley-oop kick to somebody and then they kick it towards the net. There's like maybe it's just like
kick?
Yeah. And it comes with its own line of skills.
That's my extent in knowledge in soccer.
Yeah. I have studied absolutely little about soccer since like
Yeah.
the third grade. um uh, uh, and what makes this really engaging to me, and it's probably the most time I've put into a soccer game that wasn't like FIFA 97, is you get your own line of special abilities. Now you can do a normal kick, but if you do a special skill kick, that'll drain your MP or your skill points. But the goalie can block it with a special attack or a normal block. So there is some interesting ebbs and flows there because you don't want to spend up all of your like athletic skill points because then you'll have nothing to fire back on offense. So uh they did balance the game out considerably from the beta. I played the beta back in 2024, which is an indicator as to how long this game got delayed. And it feels pretty it feels pretty well balanced for the most part. There's only a couple of hiccups. I didn't get the upgraded version of it because I was broke for a couple of days. Um but it's one that I'm glad that I got. I'm kind of putting some more time into it, and I'll have considerably more to report on that in the coming weeks because I've still just sort of scratched the surface of a lot of what the game has to offer. But the original story added to it is pretty elaborate. They've included an open world and like normal style battles outside of the soccer game. Like you'll like run into weightlifting bullies, and that becomes a more literal a rock paper scissors game. So you have to pay attention to their poses. This is very much like in Stars in Time with the rock paper scissors. So
Okay.
guys will like do like muscle flexing poses, and you have to look at their hands in order to know what kind of attack to use. So you're fighting them, but you're mostly just trying to get out of their way, and they're just trying to like persuade you with their fitness. It's a strange game that I
It
think
sounds
on the
very like Japanese, right?
oh yes. It
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
it is a very Japanese game, and if anybody is privy to the franchise, uh this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's probably going to get so much weirder, but so far it's actually their most grounded down game. They've actually had games in the past where you're fighting pharaohs and like Egyptian and like Japanese warlords in soccer games. It's a bizarre series. Um, Other things I tried out. For a brief bit, I did try Buckshot Roulette.
Cool.
And I I actually did not play it that long. I don't think it's a bad game, but I think for one of these sort of press your luck roguelikes, um, I kind of felt stupid playing it. Uh, because I actually don't think I got past like 3 or 4 rounds.
It's hard,
'Cause
right?
yeah,
It's like such an easy premise, but there's so much strategy to it.
yeah, like it really is like the flip of a coin. I mean, it literally is like roulette. And yeah, you get buffs and you get some enhancements to like save yourself a shot. Uh, but I felt like that every time I'm pulling the trigger, I simultaneously feel cheated, but also I'm going, oh well, I shouldn't have did that. But I don't know that I shouldn't have did that because you
Right.
don't know
It's
what the
chance.
next shot is.
Sure.
Yeah, it's I might try more of it to see if it like grows on me. Um, but for now, I just sort of tilted my head at it. It's kind of hard at this point with these with this modern style of a roguelikes. Games like Dead Cells and Balatro really are like the upper echelon of these.
Yes.
I feel and also Absalom. Like Absalom's also like a pretty good roguelike. But like Balatro, I see what other developers are trying to do. They're trying to get that energy that like Balatro carries. But Balatro has a level of addiction to it that
Oh
just
yeah.
keeps you coming back. Same thing with Ball Pit too. I'll actually put Ball Pit up there as well.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's not a card game, but yes, totally. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, Buckshot real. I was almost going to call it Buckshot Lariat, but that's Adam
have you
Page's
tried
version.
Blackjack it yet?
I have not tried that one yet.
You know how to play blackjack?
Yes, that was one that
21?
my wife ran me through a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you just got that. You got to get with closest to 21 without going over. That's pretty much the basic thing. But with this, I don't know. It's actually kind of fun. That you should try that one the next card game if you're so inclined to another card game.
I'll give it a go. I mean, if anything, it's made for great entertainment for people who watch me being terrible at card games already. So, well, and
hey, you know what? You're learning though. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And if I when I play them more, I feel like I do get better at them. So,
yeah, I'm sure you do.
And
a poker night, you're gonna be like,
oh, you don't want. I don't have a poker face. If there's anything I've learned is that I don't have a poker face. So not to go too far on a detour here, but speaking of poker, see, when I'm here playing,
that's what card sharks always say. I don't have a poker face, and then they take $1,000 from you.
Right? I wish I was that savvy. I'd be making bank. So it is funny that poker has come up because and this actually might be an interesting game that anyone that's interested in like having like board game nights. There's this board game called The Gang. So it's a tabletop card game where it's pretty much Ocean's 11. So you have a table of like 4 or 5 people, and you get 6 cards that are laid out in front of you. 3 cards indicate your ability to like crack a safe, and the bottom 3 cards are like cards that trigger alerts. So the team of 5 has to progress through unlocking the safe by getting by getting sets in an increasing order. So you'll pass out the poker chips that will have indicators on like 1 through 5 on them, and you can't share any information. You can't share detailed information beyond saying, how do you feel about your hand? Do you feel low? Do you feel high? Do you got a pair? And of course the card gives you like an indicator of like what kind of hands you can get, with like a standard pair being like the weakest hand, and things like straights and flushes being higher. So the meta of the game is trying to talk amongst the table about how strong your hand is, and you do this 3 times and you succeed. Our family loves playing it here, and I'm terrible at it, but it's actually taught me a lot about how poker works.
Okay.
And if there's anything I've learned about that game is that I have a shit poker face. I was like, I'll get a set of cards and I'm going, so yes, that's I'm able to share because I actually don't know how often I'll get a chance to talk about that. But as far as other video games going, I like booted up the Nintendo online service and I started playing Rival Turf.
Okay.
And if anyone remembers Rival Turf, it was like a 16-bit beat 'em up by a Jaleco that feels like a blatant ripoff of like Final Fight. Like if you look at the characters, like it looks almost like Final Fight. Plays a little similar, but it's not really as good. But it's one of those games that I enjoy like delving into. Because there's that mediocre line in like the Super Nintendo catalog where there's just something that's not really great, but you just love playing it because it may have been something you rented, and yeah, Rival Turf was just one of those games. It was probably most famous for being one of the worst box arts ever. Like if you just want to have like fun, like looking at terrible Super Nintendo box art, just like Rival Turf. It's got these 2 90s looking kids who are not characters in the game at all. It's just one of those things that like the localization team slapped on the front of the game and they said, we need to make this cool for 90s kids. And it didn't work. But the game's okay. It's the same line of like 16-bit Jaleco produced games where it's not amazing, but it's something to kill a half hour.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's okay though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
And that's pretty much been the time that I've been able to put into gaming.
That is 20, I don't know what he's saying. Anyway, oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so as far as I go, I got into Halo. I
Oh,
know. I say
Combat
that
Evolved Remastered.
whatever it is, yeah. So it's not a new game, right? Let's be clear, right? It's not a new game. It's just a remastered whatever. Because that's what it feels like. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. It's Halo. I mean, I don't remember the storyline literally at all, so I feel like I'm playing it for the first time, which is pretty cool. And I'll probably get through the storyline, but I'm definitely not gonna like, you know, complete it or anything like that. But
Right.
no, but I'll play through it for sure. It's so far so good. It's Halo, you know, whatever.
Can't really reinvent the wheel all that
No,
much.
it's kind of the way I feel when I'm playing it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I lived this life when I was in my, in my early 20s and in my late teens. So, yes, Halo does have a story. When Chris, Halo has a story. I know, like, because you know me, I don't play a lot of online stuff. I do, but like, for the most part, I want to know what the story's about, and yeah, so. I'm just gonna play through the story and probably call it a day. Yeah, maybe I'll play a little
Okay.
online. You know, I'll touch on it, but I'm not gonna go too deep.
It's strange that it feels like Halo's getting close to 30 years old at this point.
It feels old. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
old.
Like it's because
Fine,
I
it's
love
fun.
it just feels like a slice of nostalgia that like Xbox they like it's funny because like, we've talked about it before. Like Halo's something you can't reinvent because it's Halo, but
Sure.
also when you played enough Halo, it's like, man, this is just Halo.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
Halo. There's nothing special about it. It's fine. I mean, if you're into it, then it's great. You know, it's great. But it's, you know, Master Chief, go out there and take care of this for us because we can't do it without you. You know, like that's the storyline.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. But yeah, so it's fine. It's cool. I'm playing it. That's all I got. Other than that, I did jump into some Balatro and unlocked a couple of decks. So I'm excited about that. I'm gonna keep going. Like man, this game, it's so good. It doesn't matter how long you've been playing or how many times you've played it. It's just good. It's great strategy. It keeps me thinking, and yeah, I love Balatro. Definitely one of my favorite games.
It's such a fun time eater too.
Yeah,
Like no matter how many Joker combinations you get, and no matter how much you have the stuff flip off of each other, you get to one of those. You just get to a score, and it's like, huh? How do you beat that?
yeah,
Eh?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have a deck that every time you beat the boss or not the like the third, each round has three. Every time you beat the
Ante?
last one,
It's
what are they? It's small blind, big blind, boss blind. That's what. Every
ah,
time you beat the boss blind, you get um like two options for but you have to skip. Okay, so once you go into the next round, whatever prize whatever you skip, because every time you skip you get like a thing on top of that,
yeah,
it gives you twice as much.
really.
It's crazy. Yeah, like that's a cool deck, and I've been playing that, and I got through the first two rounds, like the first two uh like levels or whatever you call it. So
Binds. Yeah,
I
binds.
don't know exactly the name of the
Yeah.
the, the deck itself. I'll have to double check that. But no, it's good, man. Oh, that's such a good game. It's just so good. I mean, you were talking about it, so I don't want to go into it too much. But man, it's just one of those games that you just sit down, like you said. It's kind of a time waster, but at the same time, it's great. It's just a fantastic game. I keep saying it, and I will say it until I probably die. If you've never played Balatro, you should. especially if you know poker. If you know poker, you'll be fine. You'll get it real quick.
Yeah,
But
you know something else I learned, not to keep going on about Balatro, turning to the Balatro hour.
by all means,
But there's thing I learned is it's a fun game to play with others in the room because the others will point to the screen and they'll go, "Oh, what if you did this with that?" But
yes,
that because like even if they don't know the fundamental rules of the game, their like poker sense will kick in and they can kind of like throw advice to you.
yeah. Like there was some times where I was like, do I play this terrible two of a kind and save my my discards, because you only have so many discards around, or do I discard the 5 cards and just hope I get something better? You're
Right.
taking a chance either way, so it's sometimes it's hard and you don't know which direction to go. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, Chris said he's excited about Gears of War E-Day beta.
Hey,
I don't know, man. I'm not a Gears guy. Not a Gears guy, but it's fine.
I
Although
think
the
I've
first
only
one,
played like
what's that?
I think I've only played one Gears game, and
Okay.
I liked it, but I was super late getting to it. So
Oh, okay. The first one's pretty solid. It's one of those games that really kind of opened my eyes to that type of gameplay. With
yeah,
the reload feature where you have to click it at the right time to get a quick reload. That puts an extra difficulty or advantage depending on how good you are at it. And I mean, I thought the enemies were cool. The characters are great. The storyline's good. It's pretty solid. But I think it's like, to me, it's kind of like Halo. It just got too much, and I was just like,
yeah.
eh.
It's something that has to learn to like evolve within itself, and it looks like it's aiming for that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Chris, it said bloody gameplay. Very, very bloody. A
Yeah.
lot of just. I like that. It's fun. Then again, I'm from the era, and so is Chris, and so are you. But from the era that I have to put in the blood code before we play Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Abacab.
Other than
no,
that,
yeah.
those Xbox era Ninja Gaiden games, those are
Sure.
super bloody.
Oh yeah. And that, I mean, we can go even PlayStation 2 State of Emergency.
Yeah.
That game was crazy. Although it's so funny because like State of Emergency was just one of those games where you're just like, wait, I just kill all these people? Like, why am I doing it? Oh, okay, well that's just the game. That's just how you play it.
Yeah.
Then fast forward years later, Call of Duty, they give, what is it, Modern Warfare, they gave you the option to skip an entire level because it was literally just you going through an airport killing innocent people.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's another one that I got late to, and when I started seeing memes about it, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
So I looked up a clip of it, and I can get why it's controversial and why a lot of people might not be able to stomach that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although
like,
I've never met anybody that skipped. Have you?
I've actually never played through it.
Okay. Well, anyone that's played that game, I don't really know anybody that skipped because they were interested and they wanted to see it. Of course, it's different.
Like, I mean, it might be the level of pacifist that's grown in me if I've gotten older. But if a game presents to me multiple endings, I usually try to take the chaos or evil route first, and then I'll go through and I'll play it being rather law abiding, so that things end on like an uphill.
Yeah.
I was like with like in Infamous, I did that. I went through as pure chaos and evil, and then I played through, and then I played through a second time as a goody two shoes.
It's different, and it's actually, being the good guy is actually a little more difficult.
Yeah,
because you have to aim at certain points of their body. With
right.
Being a bad guy, you just you don't care. Hit him in the face.
Yeah. It's just wanton destruction.
Yeah.
But the other game teaches you how to just try to disarm people. And because your skills are more defensive based, like you don't just have the raw power to like lay waste to everything. So I've always kind of liked that approach. And it's really hard to sell concepts of like a good hero like Superman because Superman's boring. But by having the difficulty increase by playing the noble route, it teaches you what to do with your power to do
Yeah.
the right thing. As opposed to like the movie Hancock, where it's like he tried to do the right thing by doing everything and it didn't work.
And backfired. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yep.
It's so funny because, like, when it comes to Will Smith, obviously with the slap incident and everything like that, and but that movie, uh, that movie's like a lesson for like superheroes. You know what I mean? Like superhero movies.
Yeah.
It really was. It was like, well, this is how it probably would go. Like
Right.
especially for him.
Invincible also kind of teaches that same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
It's like
that's pretty brutal, but
yeah, like but yeah, it's like the grim lesson that you can't save everyone
no,
and you can't do everything.
nope. All right, that's all about all I've been playing though. I know we just kind of went on a tangent, didn't we? So, but let's hit your retro reboot. What did you review for us this week?
All right, my retro reboot, which you can read at GameFixShow.com, regularly posted on Tuesday. And this week, I've decided to review King of Fighters 96. This would be the third entry in SNK's what would become a long-running a side series of sorts. That is like a collaboration of a lot of their properties: Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Ikari Warriors, a couple more. And this being their third game, it was not as good as the other ones, but it was also a bridge between what was the old at the time and the new. So King of Fighters 96 introduced a couple of things that would actually become staples in the series from then on out. Like the ability to run, canceling super moves into others, and also placing a stronger emphasis on rush down gameplay. In previous KOF games, it was all about projectiles, or for the most part about projectiles. But King of Fighters 94 and 95, it was kind of older school, because before that, like, chain combos were still sort of coming into their fruition as fighting games were kind of trying to figure themselves out more. So KOF 96 introduces these things, and the big problem with the game, because it's not completely ironed out and the development of the game was a little bit rushed since it came out faster compared to a 94 to 95, there's a great deal of unbalance to it. And at least in my opinion, I never really it was all that fun. Because the roster is just like some of the new characters will just obliterate you, and a lot of the returning characters just kind of lack the stopping power. And KOF 96 also has what I think was one of the cheapest fucking bosses that they've ever included in the game, in Leopold Gainitz. Now, just to kind of give a breakdown as to what this guy is. So it's a game that, like I said, de-emphasizes projectiles. So you can't sit back and just hope to and you just hope to shoot fireballs to whittle down the computer's defense. This boss, however, does nothing but throw tornadoes at you. So it's a game where your fireballs suck, but he's got the best projectile in the entire roster. You can't get close to him. You can't grab him. You can't cancel out his attacks. You just have to block tornadoes and just pray for your life. He is the first character that started what many would go on to call SNK boss syndrome, where they would just make the bosses as hard as possible, and you'd have to dodge walls and walls of projectiles just to try and damage them. So, because of that, that's one of the reasons why King of Fighters 96 is probably at the bottom of my list of like KOF games that I think is worth trying out. Now, from that point on, the series would get considerably better, probably introducing some of the best entries in the franchise up to that point in KOF 98 and KOF 99. That's of course subjective. But King of Fighters 96, you got to fall on the sword a little bit in order to get better. So you got to suck in order to learn what works and what doesn't work,
Yep.
and then you improve from there. That's how progress works.
Okay. All right. Well said. Nice. All right. Well, that's the retro reboot. Go to gamefixshow.com and you could view it right there. So yeah, he does that every. You put that up every Tuesday, right? So.
Yep.
So it's there. You can do that.
And I forgot last week. And last week, just to go over that, I reviewed the 16-bit puzzle game Zoop. I don't know how many people remember Zoop. It was kind of this puzzle game craze from the mid '90s. It was released on it. I reviewed the Sega Genesis version.
It had some similarities to Othello.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Othello?
Yeah. That's actually a great comparison. I actually wish I'd written that.
Yeah, because you surround it and then that whole row becomes yours, and
it's a great psychological puzzle game that like makes you panic when you play it, but when you get good at it, it's very satisfying. And I was always wondering why that never caught on, because I love playing that game.
Nice. Well, you can go and check out all those plus every one that he's ever posted on our website, gamefixshow.com. It's all there for you to enjoy. So, okay. Then let's get into some stuff going on this week. So I mentioned that Xbox is planning on taking a page out of PlayStation's book. Although, again, I'm not talking about the getting rid of physical games. I'm talking about achievements. And in this case, Xbox is planning on its own take on a platinum trophy. Okay, so fine. I don't know if this is going to get people to love Xbox that much more. We have somebody in our chat room, my buddy Chris, who's a achievement hunter, if you will. He's got like 2.5 mil achievement points in for his Xbox account. I guess it's probably more of a question for him. Is that something you're excited about? Do you want something like a platinum trophy? Is that, like, in other words, so I would imagine every game that he's completed, as far as the achievements goes, he'll probably get a platinum trophy for at least the ones that offer platinum trophies. Because as you know, when it comes to PlayStation, not every game has a platinum trophy, because some games are like a 2-hour playthrough, so they don't really deserve something like that. So I don't know. Honestly, this might be the best thing for him ever, because if he gets those platinums, he'll probably get more points for nothing.
Pretty much.
He says, I'll get 1,500 platinums. I don't know. I don't think every game has a platinum, because there's criteria when it comes to that. But like, you'll probably get points. So Chris, do me a favor and report back once this kind of goes into fruition. Do you get extra achievement points? I'm interested to know, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. So that means you could probably just boot up a game and then you'll just notification.
You might have to keep booting up different games. Games he hasn't played in years.
Because like with the way Xbox Rewards program works, I mean, you just play a game for X amount of minutes, and you give it, and you get rewarded for just simply logging in.
Yeah.
So you do that. That'll also be a pretty clever incentive to make you replay games.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. That's a good point.
Oh.
I mean, and that's kind of what it is with PlayStation. They kind of already have that. And it's funny because, like, I'll go and be like, oh, I haven't played this game in a while. I boot it up and I realize, oh, I'm like 2 trophies away from a platinum.
Right.
What am I doing? Why did I stop? What made me stop? Oh, probably another game. Who knows? But like, in this case, man, I don't know. Yeah,
So, all right. I can see how Sharma's working here. It's kind of an incentive to get people
for sure.
to play more on. I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure the achievements will follow you from wherever you play,
Yeah,
but it does place an incentive to like turn on and play your Xbox, because they did have a good rewards program that they like stripped it down into like what it is now, and they've done some things to give it buffs. So it'll be interesting to see how this works for player engagement. But that's also another like caveat thing is I don't know how much the age of trying to appeal to the hardcore gamer is still going to work.
yeah,
Because I mean there are people out there that will do it. But how do you rope in like a newer audience or like things
maybe
or
like
like
that.
how do you get people more involved in the ecosystem?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. This will be interesting. They say it won't be implemented until later this year, so there's no date on it yet. So
and you know what? That actually comes at a time where PlayStation is going to be retiring their All Stars rewards program because that ends in November. So it's Xbox is doing a pretty good job of kind of like putting their ear to the ground and seeing what like Sony's doing, and they're almost doing the opposite of that. Like I think we're still a ways away of figuring out if these are like things to really turn Xbox into something more desirable, but it's a start, especially as Sony keeps like shooting themselves in the foot with a shotgun.
right. I guess we'll find out. Kind of cool.
Hmm.
Kind of cool. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that to see exactly what this is. Is it even worth it? Who knows? Who knows? So, all right. Now, as far as PlayStation goes, PlayStation 5 consoles they're saying are now reportedly coming with warning stickers reminding players that physical disc production will end. I mean, talk about rubbing salt in the wound, right?
They
Do
don't
we need
care.
that? Is that necessary?
If we're talking about heel turns here, this is
Yeah,
uh, uh,
that's some sweet
just,
chin music, if you ask me.
yeah, like PlayStation is taking their fans and they're Marty Jannetty throwing them through the barbershop window. Oh,
And really, what's happening is they're losing their glittered Star Wars helmet on the
they're the
that,
Shockmaster.
yeah, right, like that. I don't know. Yeah, do we need stickers on the consoles saying, "Hey, remember that you hate this"? Here, just to remind you. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, I mean
but
they're
keep in
gonna
mind,
try.
I'm on the other side. I honestly don't care. I haven't bought a physical game, and I couldn't tell you how long. And I get it. I get it. You're like, well, if those games go offline, you can't play them anymore. I'm like, well, most of those games you can't play if they go offline anyway, even if it is physical, because you need the online like key to play it.
Yeah,
Like, go ahead.
there's
Next time there's an outage, or next time there's okay, unplug your internet. Actually, here's your thing. Unplug your internet and try to play a bunch of games. I bet you it won't let you play them, even if you have the physical disc.
there might be I could probably count on one hand the number of games between both my PS4 and PS5 library that would work without connecting online. Maybe.
There,
And
there's a
those
meme that's going around that it's from The Walking Dead, and it was who's the guy with the bat and the barbed wire?
Negan.
Negan. Where he's playing. like Xbox 360 or something like that. Keep in mind, it's post-apocalyptic world, so there's no internet or anything like that. But he's playing Xbox games, which people had to point out that the only way he could play that game is if he had physical discs.
Yeah,
It's right. I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to even like. I didn't think about that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the more time goes, I don't want to say that my thoughts are like overly conflicted about this because I've
Yeah.
already made up my decision. Like you, most of the stuff that I buy is digital.
Yep.
I do like to get the physical games when I can get them. Uh, I just think that the inability to like display them is the stuff that bugs me. But also because you're just buying the key card, the console's ability to play them is not going to matter. Like
Sure.
I still play my Wii U, but there's a handful of games that I can't play anymore on them. Like I can't log on to some leaderboards in Tank. Super Mario Maker 1 is completely worthless.
Yeah.
And uh, and I can't access anything in Splatoon. So a third of its library are like things that I can't access anymore. So I made a post about a week ago, and it actually blew up on a Twitter
Oh yeah. Yeah.
because I was told some time ago when like the things are making the jump to this, and people say, "Well, I'm going to go play PC," and you'll get mocked by saying, "Well, PC's digital too." Yes, but if you download a PC game, it's dedicated to run on the device that you downloaded it on. You download a game from Steam, you can still access it. You buy a game from GOG, you can still access it. It's yours. On PlayStation, they can pull the plug and suddenly your game of Concord does not work anymore.
Concord.
So so like when it comes to things like that on console, yeah, you do run the risk of buying essentially a DRM device. And that's what it
Good
would be.
point.
So when people do say that they're jumping to that, and they're not going to buy PlayStation anymore, I kind of get it. I do kind of understand that.
Yeah.
And yeah, console does come with convenience. I think that at this point, if the convenience is still worth it to you, by all means. But I think things like the PlayStation blackout of like, don't play your games for a week, bro. We got to teach them a lesson, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but when the week's over, you're just going to go right back to playing it.
Exactly. No one's doing that. No one's doing
So,
that. It's like an online thing. Anyone that says they're doing that, they're not doing that.
no, no,
They're like,
it's
yeah,
that
let's do that, and then they just don't do that. They're like, but I want to play video games.
it's just friggin' performative. Like if you really do want to teach them
That's
a
it.
lesson, give them no money.
Chris, you nailed it. You still have to install the game, no
Yeah,
matter what. Every time, any disc you've ever had, the game is not on the disc. It never was. So
no. There's a reason why it's called read access memory.
yeah,
Has to access something.
literally, what you bought is the key to play the game. That's it,
Yep.
or a key to download it, whatever, however you look at it. Yeah,
That copy of Resident Evil Requiem, yeah, you put it in your console, try booting it up as soon as you do it. Can't do it.
can't do it. You got to download it every single time.
Nope.
You need the internet to do that. You need servers to do that. They shut down servers, you can't fucking play it. That's how it works.
Uh-huh. So and it's like I'm also dumbfounded that like these were actually things that I was thinking about when I first heard about like you can get games off of the PS3
Yeah.
and the Xbox arcade store. Nobody put it into nobody put that pin in their brain when games would get decommissioned off of those platforms, like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It was a huge controversy when it disappeared on the online market stores. Did nobody not remember that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not safe. You're not safe. I mean, you can fight as much as you want. It also doesn't help that things like the Stop Killing Games bill has failed. So like people are just hoping that this industry will regulate itself. But the problem is, it's only going to regulate itself based on how profitable it is, which is why you can only teach them the lesson by not giving them money. You
Yeah.
don't pay them a little bit and then expect them to change based off of the honor system. Sony is rubbing it in your face that you're not getting your discs anymore. And yeah, people are getting pissed off, but they're going to be in line for the PlayStation 6s.
Yep.
And they're still going to buy it. So just perspective, and also that doesn't mean Nintendo's friendlier, because their virtual key cards are the same thing.
Sure.
So you wouldn't be able to take you wouldn't be able to take the key card box and like take it up to like GameStop or anything to trade it in. Because once you've downloaded that code, it's on there. So
let's face it, petitions don't work.
No, they don't. I think the only time a petition or a boycott has ever worked, and this happened recently, and I won't get into it overly long, but a game called Love in Deep Space, a Chinese gacha game, removed a whole character from the game that people paid for. He was taken out, and it destroyed the way the story worked. So the game then lost 75% of its business revenue from its customers.
Why would they do that?
Not to go into a long-winded thing about this, but what it essentially happened was there were Chinese gamers that didn't like they didn't like the character because he was too dark-skinned, he wasn't Chinese. There was some racial reasons why, and that led to fans attacking people and violating homes and doxing the developers. So the developers kind of overreacted and they removed the player from the game, and this upset the entire fan base.
Sure, why wouldn't it?
Yeah. So now a game that was making the most money in like Chinese gacha revenue, they made $42 million last month. That dropped down to less than 10 million this month. So the game's probably dead.
Yeah.
So which again, the fans galvanized and they said, we don't want to play this because you took a part of our product away from us.
100%.
And they stood their ground. That's a lesson that can be learned.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. And also, don't listen to fans. Just do it and leave it.
Yeah.
It's your vision. Let it be your vision. It's your art. That's whatever. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway. All right. Well, then let's go. Stickers. Come on, stickers. So this is a fun story. Nothing negative about it, but you know, pretty cool, especially if you are a Nintendo Switch 2 owner. Minecraft coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
What's gonna happen?
Right? Yeah, of course it's gonna happen. Yeah, so if you have Minecraft on the Switch 1, you will be entitled to an upgrade. So that will release on October 27th. So the game has been playable through the Switch 2's backward compatibility for some time now, although it will be like a Minecraft Switch 2 game upgrade. Boom.
Yep.
There you go. Everyone's happy now.
And we had talked about it a couple weeks ago. This is the Minecraft that's going to get those updated shading visual features. So it's going to look even better on your Switch.
Oh,
too.
Is it? It's going to look even more boxy.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they took away Steve. They're like, we don't like him. I took him away.
You do that. You just take Steve out. Don't replace him with anything. You get backlash, and then Minecraft's no longer a moneymaker.
Yeah. There's that. All right. Let's go to this. Okay, so Virtual Fighter. They released a trailer, or at least gameplay. I think. For Crossroads, the first part. So I want to kind of watch this because this is the first time you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
And I say the gameplay looks awesome. I mean, there's some shots that look like a cutscene. I mean, what do you think?
it's like, if there's anything that I've always loved Virtua Fighter for, has been the attention to detail in its animations, and it's like combat depth. It was always a very momentum and physics based fighting.
Yeah.
Uh, and this is as smooth a fighting game that I've seen since probably Dead or Alive 5 last round.
Sure.
And a lot of the returning characters so far, because we've said that's a Pai Chan fighting right now, the female, and this is Diego fighting Wolf Hawkfield, who's also been a solid veteran of the series. I don't believe Akira Yuki has been seen in gameplay yet, but this is looking like a really fine product.
Yeah.
And as a fighting game enthusiast, and as someone who's been a lifelong fan of this franchise, this is the return that it needed. And the one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is how many new players will Virtua Fighter Crossroads bring in, because the series has always been known for its purity, but it's also been very complex. One of the reasons why Tekken bypassed it was because of accessibility. The Tekken series was just always easy to pick up and play, and at the time where 3D fighting games kind of ruled the market, Virtua Fighter was kind of like losing ground to games like Soul Calibur and Dead or Alive.
Sure.
Because
But Virtua Fighter was the innovator of the 360 round, or stage.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's actually makes a lot of sense that they're the ones to make a game that looks as smooth as this one. That's a 360 stage. I don't know. I haven't seen it like. I mean, you could put Tekken, you could put Street Fighter. This game looks way better than those games, right?
I think it does.
Yeah.
And I was super sketchy when Ryu got Gotoku, the development team behind it, who they of course do Yakuza and Lost Judgment. I was kind of iffy on it. Like they do pay a lot of attention to detail with their combat, and it looks like Virtua Fighters, like they've found a way to embrace that and make it look lifelike, especially contrast to like Tekken 8. Like Tekken 8's just turned into an anime game at this point.
Yeah, totally.
Like you uppercut someone and you go flying into a corner, because that's been my biggest issue with modern day fighters. And this is again probably old man yells at cloud take, and Verlaine and I talk about it all the time. The modern day fighting game is all about just corner and a parry pressure. No longer an attention to detail on defense. No like appreciation or like respect for anyone that understands fundamentals, like doing a good combination of offense and defense. The modern day fighter, or at least the mainstream modern day fighter, it's taken a lot of the lessons that I think that Street Fighter has taught, and it doesn't I don't think it's appealing when everything is just a super move that just pushes somebody into a corner. That's not fun. That's too much of the game dictating how you play if you want to play professionally. Like if you want to be really good at Street Fighter 6, you have to master the drive system. The problem with that is that it takes characters that used to feel unique, like Honda and Zangief and Blanca, and you don't play them the way that you would like to play them before. You have to play them based off of what the game's mechanics give you. And in Virtua Fighter, every character felt unique. There were no clone characters. There were no copies. There were no doppelgangers. You're not going to find Scorpion and Sub-Zero and then 35 different colors of ninja in Virtua Fighter. Jackie plays like Jackie. Jeffrey plays like Jeffrey. Wolf is a pro wrestler, so you're going to expect a lot of pro wrestling moves. And that's what you got with the game. So I always appreciated for that. And I think in an age where like every major fighting game kind of makes you play stupid, Because if you play like the scrubbiest scrub ever, you'll think you're doing good, but you're learning all of the wrong lessons. And
Yeah.
I hope that Virtual Fighter reinstills that in people, that you have to improve and be good at the character you play in order to excel. Because like Street Fighter 6, I want to love the game. I really do. It's a good game, but it's so stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, Virtual Fighter Crossroads will probably be like my big hurrah. Because I want to go into this one. I want to play it great. I'll actually still play Virtual Fighter 5 Last Showdown on PS5, because a lot of players from the 360 days.
I haven't played that.
Yeah, it should be on the PlayStation Plus tiers.
Okay.
At this point, so I think depending on the tier you it should be there for like download.
Yeah, I probably, because I always like grab the games, but sometimes I don't play them. So maybe I'll jump into that.
Yeah, it's cool to just kind of like have them in the background there,
Yeah.
just until when you're ready. That's gonna be another thing. I wonder how different this one's going to be, and like what the full roster is going to be like. But I don't care about the roster. It's Virtual Fighter, and I haven't been jazzed about a fighting game in a good while. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. It does. It looks pretty good. So, all right. Let's move on real quick. Well, that's all I have. Like pretty much video games. I have some video game related stuff. But if you have anything you want to jump into?
Not really too much that's like
Okay.
meaty or anything.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Well, how about Hideo Kojima?
Always good for Hideo Kojima story.
You love it. So I don't know if you saw this or not, but Hideo Kojima is coming out with, well, not a video game in this case. He is in this case celebrating his love of physical discs, which is such a funny like timing, right? With a new limited edition version of a mini CD player.
Oh yeah, I think I did see this.
Okay, so here's a picture of it. Okay, so it is rechargeable. Okay, it says it'll play up to 8 hours of music. Okay, and it will play your CDs. CD player.
For like nearly 80% of the cost that you would pay for a normal CD player.
Probably. Yeah, there's no, that doesn't say, well, it doesn't say cost. Oh, it does. $199 for $200. Okay, so now this is what I'd like to know. Is there a button that says bass boost on it? Because that's important.
Yeah.
Because did you own a CD? Did you own a CD player?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. It had the bass boost, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that drained your battery. Use of that completely drained your battery, and it better have like skip protection or well, is there a word for that? I think there's a word for that.
Oh god, I forgot what it was. Oh jeez.
Anti is it anti-skip or anti something?
I think it was anti-skip.
Okay, all right. And it never worked. You had to like keep it like perfectly. You know, it's, you couldn't put it on. You couldn't like connect it to your belt because it was sideways, and it would be like it would like
Yeah. It was called ESP, electronic skip protection.
That's it. Yep. Yeah, ESP. That's right. It was called ESP. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
About your throwbacks. I was like, I remember taking my CD player on a lot of road trips, and we drove in an RV. So those drives would get bumpy, and I'm just listening to like Smashing Pumpkins or Stone Temple Pilots, and skip.
Yep. But I'll tell you, man, I loved my CD player. I loved it because like I could, like you said, like I'd sit in the back seat and I could just listen. You know, I and it's so funny. The disc I remember listening to the most on my CD player was Limp Bizkit's $3 Bill, y'all. That I still own the disc too. It's funny, the actual original disc that I had before, and man, I must have listened to that a million times on my portable CD player. It's so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like so I'm gonna be honest. There's a part of me that wants this.
Dude, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because I was thinking the same thing, because because it has rechargeable batteries.
Yeah,
That's a game changer, dude.
and if it's Bluetooth compatible, then that means that means that you won't overcharge it. You won't overcharge it through the battery.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's something that'll probably sell because I still listen to music CDs.
Oh,
Honestly, like
I didn't even think of that. So I don't have a CD player in my car.
you can put it on the hell yeah.
Do I want to spend $200 on this?
I
Maybe I'll
think
ask
I
for it for
wanna.
Christmas. I'll ask for it for Christmas. Like, this is
Yeah,
what
this,
I want. My wife will be like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "Yep, that's what I want." She'll be like, "Okay."
yeah, I think I'm gonna put a pin in this one, and if they're still around for like Christmas time, yeah, I think I might spoil myself.
Yeah, dude. See it?
Cause
Uh,
like I drive a 2014 vehicle, which still does have a CD player, but my car's pretty old, and there's going to be a
mhm.
point where I do away with it, and you don't find CD players in cars
Oh, I love it.
anymore. So yeah, I actually think that this could be pretty wicked. So power to you, Kojima. I do make a lot of fun of you, but I'm going to be honest. My respect for him has actually grown considerably more over the years because I used to think that he was like just kind of a blowhard, and I'm not a fan of his games, but I do respect his craft. There's something about him that I think that that like people as video game enthusiasts should like appreciate a guy like this because once he retires or if he ever decides to step down, we're not going to get things from guys like him, Goichi Suda, uh, the former head of Grasshopper Studios and made the No More Heroes. Like
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get things like that, especially from Japanese developers. Like developers in Japan are really and also Shinji Mikami, the creator of Resident Evil, because these are guys that like challenge themselves, and you can tell that they're big fans of what they do. And like Kojima has like a strong appreciation for like hardware and software. And yeah, I just I respect that.
Yeah, totally. I'm literally texting my wife right now. This is what I want for Christmas. There it is. It's out. There, I've done it. I've done it. Let's go. That's all I want. You don't have to give me anything else. That's it. Because, like, dude, I would love to fucking listen to my CDs again. I would love it. Man, okay. All right. Now I got a bunch of nostalgic butterflies in my belly right now. I'm like, ooh, it's so good. It's so good. I can't wait.
I was like also on this like recent trip, like we were just listening to a lot of Pearl Jam. Like
Yeah.
I love Pearl Jam. Yeah.
Chris said you've inspired me to release a Bluetooth calculator. Hey, you know what? Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I'm telling you. My wife just texted me, "What is that?" She's gonna be like, "What? You want a portable CD player?" I'm like, "Yep." So I can listen to my CDs again in my car. That's so ridiculous. Oh, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, cool. Now, see, now, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Anyway,
Bumping CDs in 2027.
all right. So, dude, I'm in. You kidding me? Whew.
Yeah.
All right. So, got some news on the God of War TV series. This fucking mess, man. As we know, the lead actor Ryan Hurst that was going to play Kratos suffered a pretty serious injury while filming, so he's going to be recast. And they are right now. They're the rumor right now is for Dave Batista, to play Kratos. Your thoughts?
I think he has the talent for it.
Give me what I want. I'm sorry. If you know, you know. All right, that was kind of an inside joke. Yeah.
Google it. It's a treat.
Yeah.
I think he has the range for it. I think he could do that. I'd be a little interested in it. Like, Batista has become. I think it was a meme that was going around a little while ago. Like, professional wrestlers turned actors. I think he's at the top right now.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree, especially with the Guardians of the Galaxy and all that. But and then he was just in that what was the scary movie he was in? Where he was like at the house, and it was weird. It was like a weird kind of scary movie.
Backroom?
I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest. Not Backrooms, no. But like yeah.
Not at the cabin?
Something like that. Something with a cabin. Yeah. So like, he's versatile. He could do it. Oh, you don't like? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. There was the rumor about Gears of War. Of course, he wants to play Dom, right? Is that the character? I think Dom. But okay, so Chris doesn't like that. He doesn't want him to be in the Gears, if there will ever be a Gears movie or TV show. So Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's it. So yeah, he's pretty versatile. So yeah, I can see that. I mean, he doesn't have rock status. But at the same time, it's no slouch, man. I mean, he's done lots of Guardians of the Galaxy. He's definitely prevalent when it comes to like Marvel movies and that. So, he did the what's the zombie movie where they go to Vegas?
Land of the Dead or Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead. That's what it was. Army of the Dead.
Yeah, it was a Zack Snyder.
Yeah, it wasn't half bad. It was weird. It was completely out there, but it wasn't half bad.
It was super outlandish. It was fun for the action scenes. There just wasn't a lot of character development in it, but it was fun. It was fun. Just mindless popcorn movie.
Yeah.
And there was also like a comedy action film. I don't know if you've ever seen Stuber.
No, I haven't seen Stuber. That's with the cat, right?
Yeah. Like, that one was pretty funny.
Is it? Okay.
I enjoyed that one. He was in, I think it was Knives Out 2.
Yes.
The kind of murder mystery.
Yeah, but he died pretty quick in that movie. Not to give it away.
Yeah.
He was like one of the first to go.
I don't think that gives away. I don't think that gives away the major. So yeah, I'm gonna say, and it might be kind of controversial. Like I feel like that because Dwayne is so overindulgent with how much of a star he thinks he is. I felt like Dwayne's been typecast for a decade.
Yeah,
and I think that, and I honestly think that Batista's more versatile than he is at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Can he play Kratos? That's the question. He's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
We look good with a beard.
That's actually a funny guy. I know that people will do the like CGI mock-ups, but
no, it's got to be real.
Yeah, I think he probably can. Yeah, I feel like he can.
Interested to see how it would look, right?
Yeah, that one. He has a pretty imposing voice.
Sure.
So like you wouldn't have to do anything with him as far as like having someone dub over him. So, no,
you wouldn't have to pull a clown what's his name, Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, where what was it, like Will Arnett that was talking for?
Yeah, Will Arnett is the voice, but Samoa Joe's the body.
It's like because of his physique, it's so clearly Samoa Joe.
I know.
It's so distracting.
It is kind of distracting. It was funny though. I only watched the first season. I haven't gotten the second season yet.
Yeah, I'll actually eat a bit of crow on that one. It's a stupid show, but it's a fun stupid.
It's fun, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And that was the only way to make that. That's not. There's nothing serious about that movie.
No,
Yeah.
because like they did things like that, or like the a little bit that I tried to watch of the Borderlands movie. It's like it was trying too hard to be like wink and a nod,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
just like
Oh.
you.
Speaking of movies, I saw Spider-Man. Brand new day.
Mhm.
I don't want to give anything away. It just came out this past weekend, so maybe we'll talk next weekend or next week rather.
Yeah, that one. Verlaine's probably saw it.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he hasn't seen it yet, but he says he was planning on seeing it. So,
Ah,
but yeah. Oh, dude, it was good. I think it was worth it. And it's a Sony Spider-Man movie, so I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I think they delivered. I don't know. It's just me, maybe.
Speaking of eating crow, are people going to say Sony can finally do superhero movies
I
now?
don't know.
Like, I still think that it probably like is because I did finally watch the other Spider-Man movies because I've said it before. I don't care much for this incarnation of Spider-Man, not because I think any of the performances that I've seen are bad. It's just not the take on Spider-Man that's like sat well with me, but credit where it's due. What they've done with this, because what was the last one? No Way Home prior to this one. They did do a decent job of making heads or tails out of this madness. So credit for that.
Sure.
And whether or not this one is going to be Holland's last Spider-Man movie, I believe it is. I could be wrong.
I certainly hope not, because how they ended this movie, there's still more to it. I mean, he's going to be in Doomsday.
Yeah, that's true.
He's going to have to be in Doomsday.
So yeah, it's going to be an interesting road here going forward, and like how much I guess there's the other thing with like the Sony Spider-Man movies is it seems like they've probably learned their lesson from all the corporate meddling that messed up that messed up the Amazing Spider-Man. And at the very least, it looks like that isn't in these. Because it just felt like when Sony left to their devices, I don't know if they were just trying to be too subversive because they did that with the Venom movies. Like it was clear that someone had a vision for the Venom movies, but then they said, "Well, we don't want to go rated R with them," and you can tell when watching it that they really pulled the brakes back.
Oh yeah. I'm
Oh,
aware. Yeah.
And so, lessons learned. I mean, you can only make like 10 shitty movies before you can make one good one.
It's true. Hey, you know, learn from your mistakes, right? Let's try to at least. All right. Well, that does it for the show. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate Chris and everyone else. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we're back full show. Maybe. We'll see.
Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. Maybe maybe I'll take the day off. Yeah, we'll see. But either way, this is the Game Fix Show. You can find us on our website, gamefixshow.com, as well as our social medias. Those are there on the website as well. And check out the articles written by my main man over here, Colonel Fancy. He also does some reviews. So he pretty much runs the website. There's really no doubt about it. Well, I'll give you the credit for that. You run the website. So and it's good. It's always good stuff. Always new stuff every single week. So all right. But you can't dress up as me. You're too tall. Anyway, all right. And we'll just do it there. We'll end the show there. Again, thanks so much. The last thing I need to say is it's your world. Pay attention.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
See ya.
Adios.
Adios, turd nuggets.
Ah. still alive.